This video discusses dimensions of modeling in social interaction. What is social interaction? We define social interaction as a communicative situation with two or more interactants representing one or more humans. What is our intention? To comprehend social interaction, we want to find appropriate dimensions of modeling that can influence this comprehension. What is the basis for our conclusions? We studied 19 scenarios of social interaction, for example interacting with higher status individual or counseling, and assume that we can present prior results. Note that interactants can represent different cultures. At the beginning, we explore an example that shows problems of social interaction using a scenario of sentiment analysis from the movie Lost in Translation.
そしてテーブルの上にはサントリーウイスキーがあります。わかりますね。感情を込めてゆっくりとカメラを見て優しく、そしてあなたの古い友達に会うように言ってください。カサブランカのボギーのように君の瞳に乾杯。サントリータイム。
He wants you to turn, look in camera. Okay?
That's all he said?
Yes. Turn to the camera.
Alright, does he want me to turn from the right or turn from the left?
彼の方はもう準備ができてます。それでスタートがかかった時にカメラの方に振り向く時に左から振り向けばいいのか右から振り向けばいいのか、その辺のところはいかがなさいましょうかっていうことなんですけれども。
どっちだっていいんだよ。もういけないんだから、そんなもの時間がないんだよボブさんね。だからもう早くあなたもうテンション上げてカメラ見て、カメラ目線でゆっくりとね、パッションがカメラ目にはパッションだよ。分かった？
And with intensity. Okay?
Is that everything? I mean, it seemed like he said quite a bit more than that.
あなたの言ってることはウイスキーのことだけじゃないんだから。わかる？古い友達に会うように優しくジェントリーにね、そして心から湧き上がってくるテンション、これ忘れちゃダメだよ。
Like an old friend and into the camera.
Okay.
わかった？あなたはウイスキーを愛してます。いつサントリータイム。 OK？
Okay.
OK？ はい、本番！よいスタート！
For relaxing times, make it Suntory time.
In this example, a representative of one culture, the director, gives instructions on how the representative of another culture, the actor Bob, should behave in the commercial to arouse particular emotions and achieve a necessary advertising effect. Obviously, the explanation is not successful. We assume that this example shows not only difficulties of translation, but rather a more general case of misunderstandings. To realize them, we composed a dialogue system using the info framework as I showed in my previous community video. Technically, this dialogue system is a multi-agent system that relies on the infrastructure of the standard JADE multi-agent environment. It maintains 3 agents representing the characters in this video: translator, director, and the actor Bob. The transcription of the dialogue is extracted from Cornell Movie Quotes Corpus. For simplicity, individual utterances and expressed affect are annotated manually according to the seeming visual and verbal disposition of the characters. Note that since some utterances couldn't be annotated due to lack of cultural competence, they have no annotation. Note a high number of not understood messages, meaning that the actor didn't understand what is happening and is confused. Here's the window of the translator agent. Windows of all agents in our dialogue system show the uttered messages and their corresponding annotation. We start the dialogue simulation. simulated dialogue contained many misunderstandings. That's why our general conclusion: social interaction should consider the following dimensions of modeling. Emotion dimension should participate in social interaction. For example, it would explain a self-possessed reaction of Bob when the director interrupts the shooting. To anticipate a general disposition of a character in the social interaction, a personality dimension is necessary. For instance, if the director is a neurotic person, he is not happy with the results of the shooting and interrupts it several times. Since particular aspects of social interaction are defined by character's culture, the culture model is indispensable in analysis of social interaction. For example, because the director is a representative of the Japanese culture, where superiors have a beneficial status, he interrupts the shooting several times to show his power. The context can influence social interaction. For example, if the context is defined by an amount of the utterances that Bob didn't understand in the dialogue, it explains why he feels discomfort in the social interaction. Thanks for your attention.